I had the impression that this year there was more people than last year, and apparently my guess was correct.
To give you a quickie, the record-breaking event was 357,000 attendees.
Yeah.
And then, get this, 72 million tuning in on live on YouTube. Here's what I'm afraid is going to happen. You know this is going to happen. They're going to put out an AI card. Exactly. They're going to have. It's going to be an AI card that basically is doing all this work for far less money than it ever did before, but they ain't going to charge any less. They're going to charge more.
Yeah.
An overclocker apparently now has achieved a new world record with the Core i9 14900KF to 9.13 gigahertz.
Mental.
This is Elden Ring, the one that came out a few years ago, coming out for the Switch 2. And people have been seeing it recently, and it is dropping to as low as 15 FPS in handheld mode.
Oh, wow.
Now,
It's
that
unplayable.
it is ridiculous.
Is the gameplay better than the previous time you played it?
Yes, yeah. There are still some niggly bits that have annoyed me. I was playing with Joe, doing one of the big cargo hauls, and halfway there, the game crashed, and it came up. It did. And
no.
it said.
Welcome to the Extreme Gaming Podcast.
Hello and welcome to Extreme Gaming Podcast. This is episode number 295. And we have our usual people here. In fact, we have one of our older members on our Discord over here. Older, not meaning years. I'm the oldest, but so everybody introduce themselves. Go ahead.
He's Grey Gamer 25. You forgot about that. And I'm Trev as always. Hello.
I'm Matt, also known as Irish Guardian.
I am Hans, known as Megal from Hell, and it's been a long while. And
Ages.
Yeah, glad to have you back, though. Glad to have you back. And you're going to be very important coming up in a second.
yeah, thought so.
So let's get right into it. So we're going to talk about Gamescom first. Our buddy Hans was able to go to the show, and we were all jealous. So he was there about, I think, 2 days, if I remember.
2
Wasn't
days,
that right, Hans, right?
Yeah.
2 days?
Yeah, 2 days.
So he got to witness things on hand. I got to give a big shout out to Hans because I asked him to say, hey, if you can take a few photos and maybe a video or two, that'd be cool. He sent me 50 photos and
Lord.
4 videos. So I'm like, yeah. And everything he sent me is great stuff that I can use, so I appreciate it, Hans. That's going to be cool. Remember, people that are listening to the audio podcast, there is a video version that will be on YouTube, and it will contain a bunch of stuff that you won't see because you're listening, that you can watch the video. So if you do want to check out the video, see our ugly mugs and a bunch of the extra stuff that we throw in there, like clips and whatnot, then make sure you grab that at YouTube. So Hans, was it a last-minute decision that you went, or you just kind of
No. We bought tickets last year, so... We mostly go every year, and my daughter was part of the cosplay contest this year, so I had to go. And well, then she did something else over there, which I also told you about, which we're not gonna talk about here because that game is a bit on the bad side at the moment.
Okay.
So, but yeah, we're going every year.
Well,
good. Okay.
How was it? How was it, man? Like, if you've been many years in a row now, does it get bigger every year now? Is it even bigger this year than last year?
I had the impression that this year there was more people than last year, and apparently my guess was correct because they had a record-breaking attendance this year, or so they claim at least.
Well, to give you a quickie, the record-breaking event was 357,000 attendees. Yeah. And then, get this, 72 million tuning in on live on YouTube.
Wow.
72 million.
That's a lot of people.
It's the biggest now in the world, like Hans was saying. I knew it was the biggest in Europe, right? Now that E3's dead. Rest in peace, E3. We hardly know you. But now it's the biggest in the world. And actually, we were saying that Hans is like, you guys should come next year. And I'm like, yeah, let's try and tie it in. I know Gray was going to come over to Scotland to visit this year, but personal circumstances, they have to delay until next year, his son and himself. So hopefully next year he can come over on holiday here. And I was saying to Hans, we'll just tie it in that we'll go over for a day or two to Cologne and say hi to Hans, and he can show us around. And yeah, I'm looking forward to it, man. I'll definitely go, and Matt will definitely go. So hopefully we can get the gamer over.
You really should come over, and Gamescom has expanded exponentially also this year.
Yeah.
I'm not sure about last year, but this year they even had a campground where you could actually camp out on an island on the River Rhine.
Really?
Cool.
Nice.
It is expensive though. I looked at it, and if you want to do what's it called, glamping, I think, where they set up the tent for you and it's a bit luxurious, was more than €1,000 for 4 days. So it's a lot of money.
Wow. Jeez.
Yeah.
There's
I'll
cheaper
go
options also, by the way, but I'm just saying that it is.
I'll go for the
Five-star
hotel.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hotels in Cologne are also not that cheap, Gray. Just saying.
But you said the admission was something like, I guess USD was like 30.
Well, we
bucks
took a
or
family
something?
ticket. The family ticket for that's in total 5 person was €68.
Oh, okay.
So,
That's not bad.
No, it's good.
And it was 4 days, 3 days.
That's a day.
No. I mean, how many days was it altogether? 3 or 4?
Yeah, the general public is 4 days. That's gonna
Okay.
go.
Wow.
So
4
And
days,
then
man.
they had a special
you do
preview
that
thing.
times 4, and then of course the bill goes up. But we took 2 days, so it was about €130 give or take that we paid for the 2 days of entry.
And they sell
not bad
4-day
looking.
passes and and everything.
I think so. I'm not sure, Gray. I haven't bought those one yet. So.
It's like the German version of Insomnia that they used to have in Birmingham, England.
Isn't that a thing anymore?
No, that's
No.
it's gone now. It's a shame because we generally loved that, but that was the LAN event. If you remember, we used to go back to with Nick and all that back in the day. Now that's kind of stopped. It's kind of died. But I generally, I really, really enjoyed that. And it's gone now. So all Gamescom is missing is to put on a LAN event. Like if they bolted that on, can you imagine it? It would be.
They have
I was going to say,
Gamescom has a LAN event in January or February. They do it separately.
Yeah.
Oh, really? That's interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can actually go to Gamescom LAN in February, I think it is, which I'm not gonna do, but it is a possibility that you can do if you want to.
If you think about it, Gamescom is really smart about this because once they saw people were dumping left and right, like Insomnia and EGX or whatever, they decided, hey, we better make it big now and get all the attention, and they got it.
Yeah,
They got
no.
plenty of
did,
attention.
They have grown so big since E3 went belly up, and I'm not sure how E3 went belly up, but I'm guessing they were too big for their own good, and they started asking a lot of money to the people that want to be there. And for what I understand, Gamescom doesn't do that. So
COVID
you have to pay a lot of money, but nowhere near what E3 was asking near the end. Because
COVID
even
done it in
Nintendo,
film
I remember,
as well, though.
yeah, I remember a few years ago, Nintendo was one of the first that said, okay, we're not doing E3 anymore because it's too expensive. We're just doing our own thing online.
Yeah.
Well, Nintendo was there with a giant stand. So
Interesting, because they're always very antisocial.
yeah,
They
were there.
always do their own
There
thing.
was a whole Nintendo booth there where you could play what's it called, Mario Kart and Donkey Kong Bonanza and some Pokemon and the usual Switch stuff. So
So,
That's cool.
Hans, give us some of your highlights of the couple of days that you were there for.
Wow.
Then some things you really loved.
let me
Name
just start.
name everything in the 50 pictures. No, only kidding. Go ahead.
Yeah, right.
And what color were they?
Well, my personal highlight for me, because it was a game I was anticipating a lot, was Resident Evil Requiem. I think a lot of people actually look forward to it. Sadly, the waiting queue at the booth was way too long, between 3 and 4 hours. Like, no, there's just no time to do that. But they sent you the picture. I think they had a really nice exhibit over there. It was one of the coolest one to see. Right? Then there was Silent Hill F, I think, and also a survival horror game, which I'm also looking forward to. They had not real game. You couldn't really play, but you could watch how the game, played.
Yeah.
Somebody else played for
play
you.
it.
There's probably some other people that could play it, but I was not one of the lucky ones. And then I met some indie devs. They were actually very friendly. Some of those games were very pixelated, Gray. I know you really don't like pixelated games, but
That's okay. A lot of people do.
We'll be speaking to one or two of them, thanks to Hans. He was getting some business contact cards for us, so hopefully we can get one or two interviews lined up for you guys.
There is one that I'm pretty sure is going to be able to come on here and talk about, because she was really excited to
I've been in
do
contact with her, so yeah, hopefully we'll...
Yeah, she answered immediately, no? Or almost immediately? Oh, great. So another thing that was actually in the picture a little bit was Blizzard with World of Warcraft Midnight. There's also an outdoor area, and they had this huge portal there.
Oh, look, I saw that.
Yeah. That was actually cool to see. Now, as most of you know, I did play World of Warcraft back in the day, and I'm only playing Classic at the moment. I don't like Retail Warcraft anymore because I'm not the target audience for the thing anymore, but it was cool to see everything again, so like, okay, I want to play this again, but I'm not going to do it, so I'm not going to fall for the trap.
I can't give them money, man. Like, it's you pay for an expansion. This paying every month. I'm sorry, I pay for a mobile phone bill every month. I pay for internet every month. I'm not playing to play a fecking game every month or subscription.
The thing is, though, I would be willing to pay for World of Warcraft, which I did for many years, but the game...
Then you got a life.
The game is so far removed from what it once was that for me it's not World of Warcraft anymore. I only play on private servers now, which are free, of course, but I want Classic and that's all. I don't care about all the rest, so good for the people who play, but not for me anymore. But credits to them. They had this really...
Is Classic run by people that are just modding it out themselves and making it
whatever? I don't think I can say the name because you could get in trouble on your thing.
That's all right. That's all right.
Oh, no, it's Turtle WoW.
Did they not go back to Classic, though? There was a big stink in they're trying to go back to where they came from, like a couple of years ago.
That. So I played the first expansion, the original one, and, after a while, it's like, okay, it's 2 years old now, I gotta pay for this thing. I'm like, I'm done.
Yeah. I've got a question, Hans, about all the popular games seem to have really big queues, right?
Yeah.
To play it. And we were making a joke off here before that, what is this, like Disney World or something? We need to get the fast track pass and pay more to get into the front.
No, that's not possible.
Like, if all the main games have got several hours wait at each of them, like, I'm not saying I'm not going to Gamescom because of that, but it kind of defeats the purpose a little bit, because who wants to do that? Not me, none of us.
I hate queuing.
Yeah, me too. I played a lot
of
of games, but almost none of the mainstream AAA games, so to speak. So I played a lot of indie games. I played a very weird Ninja Turtles game, which I totally didn't like. I'm sorry. It was like a Ninja Turtles game that was like a how do you call it? Shredder.
Was that the He-Man game? Was that a He-Man game that looked like that?
No, it's not Shredder's Revenge, because that's a beat 'em up, I think. No, this one was like a hexagon strategic game with the Ninja Turtles. Like,
you're talking about real-time strategy or turn-based?
It's turn-based strategy with a hexagon thingy on the ground, so I didn't like it. I'm sorry.
I did
queue up for Indiana Jones, so for the expansion there. It was only a 1 hour queue. It's like, okay,
wow.
So that was what I was able to do.
I could see waiting an hour max.
Yeah.
Max. Anything over that, hell no.
That was my thought process also. Like an hour for a game I actually want to play, right? So Indiana Jones, like the expansion, like, I'm gonna do this. So it was cool. I mean, it's Indiana Jones. If you played it, it's basically more the same, just a new story. Then I played this indie game that looked a lot like Diablo, but more cartoony. Right?
Cartoon Diablo, interesting.
Cartoon Diablo, yeah, and it was a really good game though. I got the card here somewhere, so I need to check it out.
To be fair, Hans, right? You hit the nail on the head. I think you've answered my question for me, really. I don't think I'm that fussed about going to somewhere like that to queue up to play AAA games, because if I really want to play a AAA game, I will be sold by the trailer online. I don't need to play a game for a while. If anything, I want to do what you do and play indie games, unknown games, and I'm not talking, when I say indie, we're not assuming it's 8-bit or 16-bit, just small scale. Yeah, small scale. Yeah. I want to go, oh, look at that. And I've picked up a couple of gems in the past from some of these things I've went to. Yeah. And that's what I want to do, going to these events.
That's, I'm guessing, why the indie area, right, is one of the most popular areas in the whole convention.
Yeah, because no one's making good games these days.
I agree with that one there. And then there's also, of course, the cosplay area where you can buy merchandise. And funny story, on the way back when we were driving back to the hotel, there was a radio interview, a news message, where they said they sold for 4.8 million euros in merchandising at Gamescom.
Wow.
Oh my
Holy
That's
moly.
a lot of money.
God.
So, but I did send you the picture there of that Lady Dimitrescu, right? From
Yeah.
Resident
Yeah,
Evil.
yeah, yeah. I'm gonna. And by the way,
I gotta be
forgot-
honest.
One more-
If my girlfriend hadn't been there, I would have bought it. She literally pushed me away from the
We should have
statue.
distracted her with something else. Saying, "Oh, there's a
Yeah.
makeup stand over there."
I was talking to Hans, telling him that we should get that and stick it in your apartment, Trev, with a light on it, so you can turn all the lights off and she can scare the shit out of you every night.
Oh,
It is,
cheers. Jeez, thanks. Even more medication for me, man. Lovely.
But yeah, to answer more of Trev's question though, I don't think most people, attend Gamescom just to play the newest AAA games, because that's a fool's errand.
Yeah, right.
You can do it if you want to do that. You got like 10 hours in a day. You can do 2 games.
Yeah.
It's a 4-hour queue each, which is hell no. Right?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna stand in
Right.
line for 8 hours to play 10 minutes of a game each. So
Hey, look, there's-
better just
there's-
walk around, see the cosplay, see the other games. There's even a very cool retro area where they got Commodores and all that kind of stuff.
Oh,
I gotta be
yes.
honest, I spend a lot of time there also in the retro area, and
How do you get to the Game Awards then? Is that a separate paid event in the evening with Jeff?
I didn't
Keighley?
attend those. There's a separate area with the what was it called? The event area, right? And
Yeah.
I gotta be honest, I didn't went in there because
Do you pay extra for it? Is it like
no, you can just go in.
Oh, can you? All right,
That's pretty
okay.
good.
So you can go in
At
the
least,
opening
at
night.
least we were there. Okay, I'm not saying like for the Blizzard cinematics, right? That they introduced a new expansion. To my knowledge, you don't need to pay for it, but don't quote me on it. I'm not 100% sure. But
Okay.
when we were there, you could just walk into the event area and attend the cosplay and whatever the hell was going on at the moment. So
I think
because
the
there were
cool-
also
the
a lot
cool-
of. Sorry,
The
say.
cool thing from what you told me, though, it sounds like there's something for everyone.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, there's a certain amount of people that will wait 4 hours, and that's fine for them.
Yeah.
But there's so many other things to see and stuff like that you don't need to do that. By the way, when you went into the Indiana Jones thing, did they have monitors above that showed people playing the game or anything like that?
No, you just. I think I sent you the picture. I think just one big wall,
Yeah.
Indiana Jones and the Order
Yeah, I
of the
saw
Giants
that,
or whatever it's
I've
called.
only
That's
seen
it.
a few of these pictures. You need to post them in to our DM or the gaming channel or something.
I will.
I'll put them in the
I
game
will.
later. So.
He did put a
Um,
bunch, though, and he did put a bunch. But
And one
Yeah, I
cool
saw a
thing,
few.
though, I mean, waiting in queue is not always a total loss. You always get like a souvenir or memorabilia, right? So they give you a goodie bag or
Freebies.
a pin or. Let's see.
I
I'll
love a
talk about
freebie.
my daughter here for a second, right? She
Yeah.
won the Roblox contest at Gamescom,
Yeah.
which
Well
bravo,
done.
by the way.
Congrats.
Yeah. So she got a bunch of stuff, including tickets for next year, but that's a separate
Nice.
thing.
The video
That
was
was
so
great.
funny, Hans.
That
the
was
video
great.
was so funny for winning that because you just see her like, hey, I won! Like, get over here! I won! Move, come!
yeah, but, when I watched, he's
Yeah,
right.
she
When I
was
watched
like,
the video, the nice thing is your daughter was very modest, and she was, which is good. And she was looking at the thing, and then all of a sudden, like they were talking to the other girl. So I'm sitting there going, like, wait a minute, isn't Hans' daughter supposed to win? Next thing I know, she won.
Yeah, but the thing is, though, the other girl, they are friends now in real life, so they put each other on WhatsApp and Roblox and all that kind of stuff.
Oh,
right?
that's good.
Yeah.
So I don't really understand Roblox that well, but apparently the other girl was a trendsetter, which is
Oh,
something
okay.
big inside of the Roblox community, apparently. Again, don't quote me on it, I never played Roblox. And
Okay.
she actually won against her, which I think was an achievement.
What game was it? Because I saw Dress to Impress come
It
up.
was Dressed to Impress, yeah, and there
Okay,
was...
the only reason I know a lot about that game is because my granddaughter plays it. She loves it.
That's what he says.
And she drags me into it and sits there. She
That's
drags me
mad.
into it and tells me things like, "Oh, Papa, do you think I should get the blue or the red dress?" She's getting to the point now where she's so good that she puts all together. You're like your daughter. She puts all this stuff together and ends up on the.
Yeah, here's the funny thing, though. My daughter almost never plays that game.
Oh, really? Cool. Cool.
Naturally talented, man.
She played very differently in Roblox, like a fighting game or something. I don't know what it's called, but...
And Hans, you were saying it's mostly English speaking for that event, even though it's in Germany. Is that right?
Yeah, but a lot of Germans also speak English, so...
I know, but I asked that because I don't like to do the typical British thing where we go abroad and we just start speaking English without at least 1 or 2 sentences in the local language. You know, I like to be respectful.
Yeah, they
you know?
mostly ask English, German, or whatever. That's what they mostly ask when you approach a booth.
Well, if I
But
remember
everybody
correctly,
that works there knows English. So because they know they got an international audience, they can't do anything else, of course.
And Hans and his daughter speak English anyway, so we're sorted.
Yeah, so that's not a problem. No.
from what I understood, Germany's official second language is English.
They have to do it.
They don't have an official second language,
Yeah,
do
they do.
They do.
No.
Yeah,
Do
they
they?
do.
Yeah,
At least
second
in
language,
school,
not
so-
first. Obviously.
But it's not like my country where we have 3 languages, which is even worse.
At least, man. At least.
So you can't even
there
talk
is.
to your friends if they have another language. Hey,
I
So
I
like
speak 3
Flemish
languages,
as well.
even 4 actually more, but
oh my
Jesus,
god!
man. Wow.
Wow.
Anyway,
to each your own. Anyway, I really hope you guys can come over next year
Yeah.
and we'll see what we can
Yeah.
do then. I mean, it's
100%.
you have been in the gaming community so long, even Matt. So he plays a game every now and then.
Yeah.
So, but Matt, I gotta be
It's
honest,
been
your,
great gaming.
your kind of games are
Like
not
that.
there.
No,
So we're
they
not
wouldn't be.
there's no hentai games over there or anything. It's,
It wouldn't make
Sorry,
the doors.
dude.
It was in the back
Well,
alley
wait,
behind
wait,
the show.
Wait a minute. What about for Grey then? Is there no jiggle physic games or cheeseburger simulator games for Grey then? Because we
I
know he
saw
likes
one
these.
thing, but I'm not sure if I can mention it here. It was
I
like
need much- I
some
need
sort
much
of genital
jiggle physics.
jousting thingy, which was a bit weird to see.
That's
So-
right up his
Genital
place.
jousting.
Yeah.
It wasn't
Yes.
genital jousting, but it's something on that neighborhood. I don't know the name of the game. It's like, okay,
Willy,
this is just.
Willy Simulator. No?
Willy Simulator.
I was like, okay, this just screams Grey. So
I'll be there. I'll check
The
it out.
Sims Willy
The
edition.
thing is, I'm so like I know all the games. There's nothing retro they can show me that I won't already know.
people, just an inside joke here. With a little luck, Grey next year has somebody in his life that can get us into Gamescom for free. So
Interesting.
your age. She's
Yeah,
your age,
could be
dude.
anybody. Yeah.
Yeah, we don't want to.
Oh, yes,
we don't want
I
to
get
say
it
too much
now,
about that, but yeah.
We can't say any more than that. We cannot
No.
say any more than that, but yes.
It's possible there might be some kind of a kinship there, so we'll see what happens. You know,
Willing or
if it
not.
does, then that would be great, but I'm not betting on it.
Great. I've heard you interview Ensign Road from Star Trek, and my God, you're smooth talking with ladies, mate. Don't you
Yeah.
pretend otherwise, man.
I know exactly.
Gotta
what
be
you're
honest
saying.
though, I was surprised that he was about Grey's age. Seriously.
So was that when you told me. I thought you were kidding me. I thought you were
No,
pulling
I
my
wasn't
leg. I'm
kidding.
going, yeah, right,
Well,
of course.
in case she watches us back, come on, careful, guys.
That's
come
why
on.
I'm
We didn't
saying,
say any
yeah,
names. We didn't say any names. No
Yeah.
names. No names. I think. Have you ever? I mean, Hans, do you have a couple other things that impressed you want to talk about, or otherwise we'll move around and get everybody else.
There's so much to talk about, by the way. So.
Well, that's okay. You can keep talking. We'll comment.
A personal favorite also of mine was the cosplay contest. One, because my daughter was in it, but two, the amount of work that some people put into those cosplays is
so
just
amazing.
insane.
Yeah.
It's amazing. I mean,
It's come a long way.
yeah, there was at some point there was. I don't play the game myself a lot. Is what's it called? Honkai Star Rail and all that kind of stuff, like these anime games, right? There was this whole parade with cosplay of just that game, of people doing that. And it was like,
Respect,
you could see
man.
some of these costumes, right? They were literally in the thousands of euros probably to make. It's
Wow.
so insane. There was this whole robot thingy, like twice my size. I was like, how do you even get into that suit or whatever it is? And people are creative, and
Yeah.
also I gotta do a bit of a shout out to the whole organization, because normally at these events the food and the drinks are really expensive, right?
Yeah.
Over here they were expensive, but not excessive, right? You could have a drink for €6, which is
Wow, that's impressive.
Okay,
for a
because-
pen like that.
just saying. When I go
average,
to the
yeah.
football, it's sometimes €9 for a water.
What?
Yeah.
It's nuts. You
And-
can't stick them down your pants and bring them in.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, you absolutely can bring your own drinks and food. Don't worry about it.
Good.
We had our own backpack with drinks and food inside, so because we thought
Yeah,
the
but
prices would
that is
be.
a decent price
It
considering.
is. It is.
You know.
It is affordable. I'm not gonna say it's cheap, but it's at least affordable.
And-
And
Yeah.
Hans, is there like stalls and stuff? So like Insomnia has got like an event or one of the rooms, massive rooms that's literally like stalls and not just games, but people selling things. You can go up and
Yeah,
play things. You
there's
can buy things.
the area 5, which is the cosplay area, right? It's 5.1 and 5.2, which are 2 whole floors, was full of stalls
Jeez.
for things to buy. So I actually
How
bought me
many-
something. I'm not sure if I can show it.
How many floors did this thing cover? You keep talking about
11.
floors all the time.
11 in total.
11?
You probably can't really see it,
Wow.
but this is a giant World of Warcraft mouse mat. Right?
Yeah.
One of the big ones. So from the classic ones, it was like
How much?
20 euro.
Okay.
Oh, that's good.
That's pretty good, yeah.
Yeah. And yeah, there's 11 floors grey, which you can explore,
Gosh.
and every floor is a different theme. And 2
Jesus.
outdoor areas, and one event area.
Wow.
Actually, hole 6 and hole 9 is where mostly, the biggest games are. Like, I think it was hole 9 where Blizzard was, and half of the hole was just Blizzard and World of Warcraft and whatever it is.
If we go next year, then, or not if, when we go next year, 100% I need to try and somehow make that opening Games Award night with Jeff Keighley and the rest, because that, even if we don't get press pass for that, that is such a massive thing that it'd be cool to be in the atmosphere of something like that, because how often does a gamer get something like that? Like if you're a musician, if you are an actor, you have a big events for that, but if you're a gamer, that's the closest you get. And maybe we could see like a Chris Judge go up and take like bloody 20 million hours to do his speech. That was gold.
I'm gonna be honest though, I'm lucky I'm that close to it, right? It's a 90-minute drive for me.
Cologne, nothing.
Yeah,
Which for me,
Maybe we could tie in a little football game as well, mate, in Cologne, Go
I
and see
can get you
the
tickets
Dodgers team.
if they play at home that weekend, okay?
Yeah.
And
We'll
just for
see.
you, I will try and get standing tickets so you're with the ultras of FC Cologne, right?
No, I don't like standing. I hate standing at
Too
football. I've got a bad
Let him
back.
stand.
Me and Gray decided you're gonna go with the ultras, and that's it. So because remember, FC Cologne is like a Scottish history somewhere. I don't know what, but
Really?
their club song is the Bonnie Hills or whatever it's
Oh,
called.
yes, that's
But
right.
then the
You
German
sent this to
version.
me. Yeah.
I
That's
think from what I understand, and somebody will correct me probably, their club mascot is like a billy goat, and they got it a live billy goat, right? And they got it from a Scottish circus person or something that donated to them in the 40s or whatever it's called. So,
Okay.
and
That's
fun
a
fact,
really old goal. That's a really old goal.
I was just gonna
Really
say,
old.
fun fact, right? It's just still the same bloodline. So it's like
Oh,
Hennes
God.
1, 2, 3, 4. They're up to Hennes 9 now, I think, or something, or Hennes 10. I'm not sure. So
It's all happening on the podcast, man. It's not-
They do a
You
lot
know
of stuff.
what?
They do a ton of stuff over here like that. They do all the college teams out here. A lot of times have live, animals that represent their team or whatever, and you'll see a lot of that. Bull-
the animals have a better life than we.
Yeah.
Pay the animals. Pay the
Probably.
animals.
Probably.
Yeah. But no, on a serious note, though, if you come over to Gamescom, like I said earlier, you need at least 2 days to be there. And
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
one
Something that
thing we
big.
need to do soonish, Gray, right? Obviously, when things settle at your home with your boy and whatnot, we would need to look at a hotel for one evening.
Oh,
Just
yeah.
so that we get in there early, stay the night on a hotel, then the next day we do the second day, and then we go back to Edinburgh or something. So, but
Yeah.
Try to get a
we'll tie
hotel
that
like
up soon.
right near it. Just
2
walk over.
ideal days, okay, besides from the opening night, would be Saturday and Sunday. And I'm saying Sunday because if you want to buy something or you want like souvenirs and props, on Sunday they just give everything away.
Yeah, because
they
they're-
need to get
Whoa.
rid of everything. So also in the stands and stuff. So
Yeah, that's very
you don't need
typical.
to wait
A lot,
4 hours to get like a pin for Resident Evil or whatever. Just give it to
Yeah.
you because they need to get rid of their stock.
Well, when's the Jeff Keighley live awards
Isn't
night? Is that
I
Thursday?
think it's on Wednesday. I think.
Oh, yes,
because-
see, that's the thing.
Yeah, it opens for the public on Thursday, and Wednesday I think is the opening, so to speak. Because this year I think there was the Jeff Keighley thing, and I gotta be honest, I'm not a big fan of Jeff Keighley, but that's another topic.
Oh, Jeff.
Yeah, and I think Blizzard also claimed a part of the opening night with their expansion reveal
Okay.
this year. And
We'll talk about it. We'll catch
Yeah,
up
sure.
and talk about
We
it.
got- we
I'll
got plenty
definitely
of
be
time.
there.
It's
Probably.
only a year from now,
too.
so we got time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
me too.
Yeah.
Good.
All right, let's circle around because I want to talk to everybody about maybe what some of the games that we saw. There was something like, oh God, I don't know, 40 or 45 different trailers of the games. So and some of them look pretty good. I mean overall. I skipped the 8-bit and 16-bit ones, but that's okay.
Oh, we'll save them for you. Don't worry.
Dude, I'm gonna next year, if you come over, I'm gonna drag you in the indie area, and I'm gonna make you play a metric crap ton of those games to change your mind. Because you're missing out on some fabulous experiences, dude.
Yeah, Hans, my mind has been changed. I used to be similar to Gray, but at least I would step back and go, I can see it looks good. I won't take the piss out of it. I won't play it, but I can appreciate it. And now I've got to the stage where I've actually now don't mind them, I enjoy them now. And I'm
some
glad
games are really good. Not all. I know there's a lot of crap out there, right?
Oh, yeah.
You're missing a few fantastic experiences, Gray.
I never said anything bad about the gameplay. Some of the gameplay looks pretty good. It's just that how long my eyes can't handle all that stuff for too long.
I mean, yeah, he's an old man. Look, he's either that. No. Hans, he can't see that resolution of those pixels.
There's just one more thing I want to say about Gamescom, then we can move on, right?
Go ahead.
My biggest disappointment was, once again, my favorite franchise was not there, and there's not a word inside Castlevania. Nothing. I miss my Castlevania games, and the last thing we got was a stupid pachinko arcade thingy.
Not even the retro room had anything going?
Yeah, okay, but that's not new, right? I want a new Castlevania game.
Okay.
It's my favorite franchise of all time, and it's nowhere to be. It's completely dead.
Have you not got a statue or something of it there? I'm sure you have some memorabilia, have you not?
No, but I got the games.
You don't have a statue or something? I thought you loved it.
Wait. I do got some pixel art of Alucard. Not sure if you can see it, but...
look at that.
It's from Symphony of the Night.
I can tell that's a...
That's Alucard.
He can't see it.
Yeah. Hey, look, Matt's been messing around with Unreal Engine 5, so maybe he can make a Castlevania game for you.
That's right.
If you make Castlevania game, please do not do it in Unreal Engine 5, okay? Just get rid of Unreal Engine 5.
Go back to Unreal 1.
Don't care anything but Unreal 5, it destroys PCs, literally.
No, I thought you meant from a graphical point of view, so I was like, yeah, go back to Windows 95 to make it then.
Yeah,
I'd be happy to go backwards. Yeah. Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah. I might be able to find the settings that I need for half of the stuff I need.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. It's ridiculous.
All right, I'm going to roll over to Trev to name one of his first games that he saw, because I got a feeling I know what the first one is that I saw at the top of the list. So go ahead, Trev.
No, not that one.
No,
that's the one I'm not most excited about. No. I am most excited.
Resident Evil.
No, I am most excited about Enshrouded. Way the Water, whatever the hell it's called, the Water update. I actually done my homework, Matt. I actually done what Daddy Gray said, and I actually watched the first video, and then I went through most of the ones he highlighted in the second one, but he highlighted a lot, and there were games that he liked. You noticed that? Games that he fucking liked.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, but I said you guys can pick whatever you want. I'm just giving you a guide.
I know you did. I know. I'm winding you up. I was really impressed by some of the games on the list there. Of course, Resident Evil Requiem is there, and that's a no-brainer. But I'm looking for the kind of hidden, quieter ones, and Enshrouded, made by the developers Keen. They're German, so it was actually good to see someone local to that country show off their game, and it looks stunning. Finally, we can jump in the water now.
I think I sent a picture of that boot to you, Gray, from Enshrouded.
I'll take a look. I'll take a look.
But that was for me. It's Enshrouded, mate. What about you, Gray? Have you got another one on the list that you like?
I actually was. I don't know how good it will be, but I like Battlestar Galactica: Scattered Hopes. It was interesting. It was it looked good, and it was something that was an offshoot of the series and stuff. But getting back to the original, which is what I like. See, now I still like the new one. Trev got me to watch the new one. Not the whole thing, but I watch it. I do like it. I still, even though I like it a lot, I still do not like the Cylons looking like humans.
Oh, don't stop this again, man.
Wait. So in the game that I just mentioned, Scattered Hopes, is the original Cylons, the ones with the robot looking thing with it.
They're in the remake as well. You Jesus, man.
And I'm sitting there going like, ooh, cool.
Yeah, but they don't have. Yeah, they're not the same though.
No. user or
Although I didn't hear the silent voice, I'm wondering whether they're going to do something different, like, you know.
Ray, I'll tell you about that game, right? I understand why you assume I would like it because, I mean, Battlestar is probably my second favourite franchise behind Star Trek, to be honest with you. However, that game is very similar to Battlestar Deadlock, which is from 2017. Yeah. I can't stand those kind of turn-based RTS type games. I can't stand them.
Well, you don't like turn-based, so that makes sense.
I can't stand it. I just know. How can anyone enjoy that kind of thing?
I just like the Anno games. Anno 1800 and all that kind of stuff.
I tried it with the guys. We did play a bit, and I liked elements of it, but that wasn't turn-based. Anno wasn't turn-based.
That was more strategy.
It is an RTS, but it's not turn-based, so that's why I could put up with it. But I loved when I watched the trailer. It was one of the first ones. The music come on, and I had a big smile on my face. And I was waiting for the bit where the drums started hitting, because I know the song off by heart, so I just started... Trevor, why are you playing drums at your desk? Oh, I'll explain later. So I'm really looking forward to that, but I put it on my wish list just in case, Gray. But it seems so similar to Deadlock. Why are they bringing out a game so similar? What's different about it?
I don't know. I don't know if they showed enough of it to really know exactly. So, you know, like anything else, when you see a trailer, a lot of times you look at it like, well, that's great. And then when you actually play the game, oh, this sucks. I mean, those things do happen.
Demo. I want a demo, please. That would be good if they could give us a demo.
Yeah. Another game I saw on there that I hadn't heard of was a game called Keeper. And the
lighthouse keeper thing, that's weird.
Yeah, what I liked about it was really off the wall and different. I mean, you actually are a walking lighthouse. A real lighthouse.
It better be better than the movie. So
and the whole land looks so good. It has all these vivid colors and all kinds of crazy stuff going on, and it looked quite different than anything I played.
I like different.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, it really looks wild, and just to be a walking lighthouse alone is already different.
And what's the thing that's on the lighthouse? It's a bird, isn't it? On the lighthouse.
Yeah,
the lighthouse
bird, right?
character.
Yeah, a bird. So apparently, it's the two character, or a bird or dragon, whatever the hell it was. It's a bird. So they're together. So they're friends apparently, or something like that, and they go through the whole game experiencing all this wild stuff. You know, walking around. So I guess the bird can do reconnaissance or something. I don't know, and come back. But I'm definitely going to try the game because it really did look quite cool. So I'm anxious to see what it's all about. So that was another a game I think. There's so many to try though. There's some really good stuff. Matt, do you have a game you saw on there that you want to pick out or say something?
What's a highlight for you?
Your microphone isn't working.
He muted himself.
This is going to be an edit again.
It is, yeah.
Yeah, I'll be editing. Yes, I do that.
I got to keep him busy somehow.
That's right.
Get him do something.
I do it to myself, so that's even worse.
As I was saying,
what game did you see or trailer did you like?
I would definitely say that I think I probably mentioned this last time. Routine was one of the ones that I liked. That was fantastic. It looks brilliant. Darkness and
Matt, come closer to your mic. I can't hear you.
Oh, keep doing that. There we go.
Well, you had mentioned Requiem last time. I never really saw the trailer. Then when I saw the trailer, I was going like, "Ooh, okay, it looked good. It did look good."
And what was that Korean game as well that I mentioned last time? Cinder City.
Yeah, that looked interesting.
That was interesting. I'd love to have a go at that. It's not even on Steam or anything. I can't even find it anywhere on there. So hopefully
and probably off their website or something then.
Yeah. But
to remind people out there that are listening to the podcast, we are going to do our video version on YouTube, and we will be popping in the trailers for what we're talking about. But I have a Cinder running on the side over here looking at it. It did look really good. It looked different. Graphics look good. It looks like a I don't know, a cross between Black Ops and a police action thriller. I don't know. That's the best way I can explain it. Actually, when the graphics look very much like Division 2, like a better version of Division 2, and Division 2 still looks good after all these years.
I do have one more honorable mention though. I got hands-on experience with the Xbox handheld.
Which one? The ROG Ally or the X one? The top one?
The Xbox one. Yeah, the
The
Xbox
top one,
one.
right? Okay.
I
Is it
sent
up 2
the,
SKUs?
I sent the pictures over to Gray about it, and
Yeah.
damn, that's one beefy thing. It weighs a lot. The
But you
interface
need
was
it.
just
You need it for the battery. I think that's part of it, isn't it?
yeah, and it's I can't really say how big it was, but the graphics on that thing. I mean, move over Steam Deck, right? I mean, Steam probably will make a new Steam Deck. I think in the coming few
It
months.
uses the Z2, I think, the MD Z2 Extreme chip, which
Yeah.
is what people have been waiting for.
The only thing though was a bit of a bummer about the whole system was it's just a Windows interface, right? It was just a Windows 11, not particularly. It's not very mobile friendly. So it was
Really?
really
They said they skinned it to they gave it to the Xbox team to say, listen, make an Xbox
yeah.
version of
Maybe
Windows.
this isn't the final version of the software that I don't know. That
Right,
I don't
okay.
know for sure, but it was a bit difficult to navigate, which I think, this is not going to be for everybody. Say some mom is gonna buy her kid this Xbox handheld, which by the way will be over €800 apparently, but that's another topic.
Ooh, yeah, it's
man.
expensive.
And
That's
it's like,
crazy.
how does this work? They need a better interface, I think, to get it into the mainstream more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder
fair.
if people with the prices of the consoles going up and up and up and up. I wonder if some of the people that were thinking about getting into a PC gamer are going to say nah and go for the console because it's still cheaper than a PC. I don't know.
Yeah, it is.
None
There
of
were
us
some
play
cool
games
PCs
on
though.
the go.
What was it?
So, there you go, Hans.
Oh.
Hans.
Okay, I just said there were some cool PCs there,
okay.
so
Anyway, let's go to we'll go back to Trev. What's your next favorite game you saw in the trailers or whatever that you liked?
I think I've already mentioned it. So yeah, the main one's enshrouded. Nothing that like I was desperate to play. Like no major reveals for me at this. It would be in top of shrouded. It would be Resident Evil, wouldn't it? I mean, it's one of the
Same.
biggest ones at that event, and it comes out round about the time of my birthday. So I will be treating myself to that and playing that because I don't often get games on day one, but that's one of mine.
yeah.
Day one, world premiere.
If possible, I'm buying the collector's edition if it exists on PC because no.
What, have we seen anything about that actually? Have they got like a model or a little character or something?
Nothing. No.
They really should put out a box, even if there's no CD in it, where you open it up and it looks like that the thing at the Gamescom.
Oh, you mean the Blizzard way, where you can buy a collector's edition without the CD key? That's no, don't do that.
Get CD keys are a whole thing with Nintendo. It's shocking, man. Like, don't get me started in this whole thing when you put a cartridge in there, but all that's on the cartridge is a digital license to download the bloody game off the internet. It's disgusting.
Very expensive.
What's the point?
Yeah.
And then,
Got a lawsuit in their hand. So
someone like Hans collects the physical editions, right?
Yeah,
but
not that one.
in PC, for the longest time, we started at first in PC where we got rid of the physical copies. So you will still get a steel cartridge or a steel case from time to time, but there'll be nothing in it. So it's like, what is the point? Just stick a disc or something in, man.
This is from Elden Ring,
in it.
right? And that's what you get. You get statues, you get a steel book, and you get a key in there, right? And that's what they give you now.
The statue's pretty cool, though. At least
The
you get
statue is cool, though, but I mean, how cool would it be if you still had physical games?
That'd be brilliant.
You understand why it happens with PC to an extent. I don't like it, but when they do it with consoles, and I'm sorry, that's very much still a physical media thing at the moment.
I agree.
And they'll put a key on them. You get a physical edition with a bloody paper with a key inside. What am I supposed to do with this, man? Like, it's just
you gotta be honest.
waste.
Nintendo
Don't lose
doesn't
it.
care about game preservation at all.
Oh, we know that,
So,
mate. They sue you if you try to preserve your own games, kind of thing. So
Look at Pal World and stuff.
Yeah.
Nintendo
still there.
snipers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That whole thing was settled, and it was only for $18,000, and Power can go on and do their thing still.
Is that how cheap? Yeah, but
all.
that was about a message. It was never about the money, Gray, for Nintendo. It was about setting the message. So 18,000, yes, but they could have pushed for millions if they kept this case going. Instead, they were like, you guys are being told you have to make significant changes or enough changes to your game to make it different. So,
but it really wasn't. They didn't have to do that many changes, though. It was just a little this and a little that, and that was the end of that.
they get away with it then. They get away with
I
it
think-
then.
I think
Yeah,
part of the-
Nintendo is notoriously for taking down anything that is related to their intellectual property.
Well, yeah, they've been in the Discord before, snooping for months, gathering evidence. That is just creepy, man. That's
Yeah,
just
Yeah,
weird.
yeah. There's this story about this one developer, I think from Simu it was, I think, or Dolphin, one of those two. They actually sent private investigators to the guy's house to pressure him and his family to quit development and stuff. It's like, oh my god.
Jesus,
So,
man.
Yeah, they
That's
go
mental.
far. Yeah.
There was a game
Yeah.
called that I really thought was unusual called Valor Mortis. Not rigor mortis,
That
but
rings a
Valor
bell.
Mortis.
Not rigor mortis.
And,
Jesus.
the people that made Ghost Runner did this game, but I thought it looked really cool. It was something, again, quite different. The graphics on it are interesting. The time period that they pick looks like I don't know, colonial France or something, from what I understand. And but there's like these weird enemies that they have to fight, or these horror enemies within this particular time frame, zombies of that age and other things. Looks very cool, and definitely again something quite different, quite unique. I don't know if you guys are seeing some of this. And you play a hero that wears a golden mask and carries around a sword and a gun, and he's taller than most other people, and he's like just wiping them out, basically.
That
But
looked pretty cool,
there's
actually.
more to it. There's more to it than just that. So apparently he has like some magical power where he takes these flasks out and he crushes them, and he gains some kind of temporary power. He either turns into a monster or whatever. And I'm going like, all right, that's a little different. It's not just
He was pretty solid before he even took the potion.
Mutation. Yeah.
right.
And then he takes it, and you're like, okay, you pissed him off. He took a bullet, now he's taking this potion, and now he's turned into like a pissed off Hulk or something.
Yeah, it's kind of a Jekyll and Hyde thing, eh?
It looked kind of like a little bit like Resident Evil at that point when he was turning into that monster or whatever. But he goes through the game, he does different things or different flasks that he breaks.
Does it happen to be this monster, by the way?
No, but I have seen that monster. I just don't
Is
know
that the
where.
mask he was wearing? I think that was the mask he was wearing, and then they shoot some of it off. No.
Yeah,
It looks
I-
a little like it looks a little like the dude from Pirates of the Caribbean, the squid guy, face guy. It isn't him, but
You need your eyes checked, man.
I have seen that character. It's driving me crazy. I've definitely seen that
Oh.
character, and I can't think of
I
where.
remember. This is from Dying Light.
There we go. There we go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well done.
I just couldn't think of what it was. Very good. You got
Yeah,
it.
me neither.
Excellent.
Dying Light had an expansion or something coming out, The Beast, I think it was.
Yeah.
The Beast, and that was from that boot. So
Interesting.
I want to mention Call of Duty Black Ops 7. I went back to watch the trailer again. And as I watched the trailer the second or third time, I'm sitting there going like, it really looks kind of wacky. It makes like no sense. They're all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like they're going from like one dimension to another dimension or something.
Yeah,
I'm
they
so
started that in the
underwhelmed.
previous one, didn't they?
Yeah, I'm
Their Black
definitely
Ops 3.
underwhelmed. It doesn't look cohesive at all.
me neither.
I don't get it, because this is Treyarch again, right? Treyarch, that we all know Treyarch make the best COD games. Like universally, they make the best COD games. Plus, they do the zombies mode. They were the guys that started that and keep it going. And then you're thinking, okay, it's going to be another 3 years before we see another game from Treyarch, because they take turnabout. And then they come out the next year with a game already. Yes, they work with Raven, who help all the COD studios make games, but clearly what they've done there, boys, is they've recycled a lot of stuff, assets, which is not necessarily a bad thing. Like, people do that in games all the time, but they've recycled a lot, obviously updated it, put in a new story mode and all that, and you're just thinking, this looks like a little bit like Advanced Warfare, that COD game from back in the day. Not as futuristic as that. It's like near future. It's like 10, 20 years or something.
Yeah, 2035 or something.
I look at it and it just looks like a bit of an acid trip. I'm fatigued with the whole thing. If they changed it up and if they'd saved Black Ops 7 for a few years from now and gave us another entry into COD, something a bit different, take us back to World War II or 1, man. Like, Battlefield done that well. Take us back. That's what I love about COD.
But-
I remember playing COD for the first time, and it was World War II. That's why I fell in love with it.
Yeah.
Medal of Honor as well. Like, I don't like futuristic shooters. I can't stand them. Really not interested.
I'm
if you're
there
not going
like
to
that.
give me
Yeah.
World War One or Two, give me current day,
Yeah.
actually now, present war game, and I'll entertain it. So I think Battlefield's going to wipe the floor with them, man. It just looks like a
I think so,
copy-paste.
too.
It's about time, though, they get some competition, because personally, I'm not a fan of first-person shooters, right? I'm not good at them. I don't really
At
like
least
them,
you
but...
admit it.
No, a few
That's
years
like me
ago,
and
me
Matt.
and Gray, we attended a tournament, remember?
Yeah.
I don't remember, Ring of Elysium, I think it was, and
Okay.
Oh,
me
God,
and Gray,
yeah.
on the whole night, right? In the whole night, me and Gray, we got 1 kill each.
Yeah, I
That's
remember.
how bad we were. I mean, the only person I was able to kill was Mr. Matt over there, and I don't know who Gray killed. So, Matt,
Don't remember.
that says a lot about you. You got killed by
I
me.
didn't
so-
even get killed. I didn't kill
Yeah,
anyone.
battle
in that game
royales.
until-
I'm not. Yeah, I'm not good at it.
Yeah, I'm really bad at... Anyway, I'm really bad at first-person shooters, but I do know that Call of Duty has been stagnating for, like, 5-6 years now or something.
Yeah.
And Battlefield had the same problem, and apparently now they have renewed their IP or whatever, and it's
Well, I
supposed to
think-
be really good. But yeah.
I think Battlefield was right when they noticed what was going on and they decided to get back on the horse, so to speak. And they did, and now they're taking advantage because the last thing I read was that they want to take on some additional studios, and they do want to ramp up to the point where they put one out every year with between
There's
4
only one
studios.
game
Really?
in Battlefield, though, and that's EA. So.
That's interesting you say that, guys, right? Because what made Battlefield different from COD is they brought a game out every other year or every 3 years. So it used to be every other year, so they could spend longer making it. So it might sound great, but I've got concerns. If they bring out one every year, they're going to turn into COD. I would rather they bring one out every other year and focus on just making it really good with other studios to help them.
According to what I was
Quantity over
reading,
quality.
according to what I was reading, they said they want to have 4 large, good equipped studios that can all pump out a game easily if it was just one. And then each of them will have an assignment, like you're going to be Battlefield whatever, and you're going to be Battlefield whatever, and they all work independently and come out with a game. And that's their goal. By the time they actually get to that goal, it's going to be a while.
But boys, I want to see a side tangent. I apologise. I want to see Medal of Honor come back. I played that
that's
before I
fucking
played
brilliant.
COD. Yeah, Matt knows.
Yeah,
I
that's-
loved that. And the only thing we've seen recently of Medal of Honor was a VR game, which I do need to get, to be fair. It's on the Meta Quest store, and it looks decent for a shooter. But that's all we've got. Like, EA own the rights to that as well. But I'm guessing they probably don't want competition against themselves, so they chose the better of the two. But anyone else played Medal of Honor apart from Matt and I? Hans Gray?
No, but I heard how good the
played
game
it,
is.
but not intensively. The
miss it,
only
man.
the only FPS I ever played intensively was even older Soldier of Fortune, the second
Oh,
one.
yeah.
That's the only one I actually
It's a
played.
blast
It
from the
actually won a
past.
few times online. So, but
I mean, I'm not a major COD fan, but I heard that what was it, Bad Company? They said everybody was
It's
the
known
best
as
one.
COD, mate, not COD.
Yeah, I know, COD, whatever. But but they said that Bad Company is the one that was made years ago. They still say that one's the best one, and that was a long time ago.
That's a Battlefield
it?
spin-off
Oh,
game,
okay.
isn't it? Yeah.
no, good me.
But yeah, it's the best one in the franchise for the people want a Bad Company 3.
Yeah.
It's the best one in the whole thing for these people.
Well, if none of
Yeah.
you guys want to mention another game, I'll just keep
No,
rolling.
I'm good.
No.
I'm good.
Yeah, keep going.
Sorry enough.
I'm
I'm seeing
sorry.
way more next year. So,
Yeah,
What,
yeah.
one more we'll name, and then we'll move on. But how about Lords of the Fallen 2?
Never
was
played the
beautiful.
I
first
got a
one.
story. I got a story about
That
that one
looked
too.
good.
Lords of Fallen too. So.
Okay.
All right, do
I
the
saw
story.
a lot of
Go
people
ahead.
with these Lord of the Fallen goodie bags, right? It's like, okay, I
Yeah.
gotta have one. Apparently, you needed to go online and make an appointment to get a real life tattoo in the
What?
boot, and then you could get a goodie bag. So
Really?
it's like, okay, we're not doing this.
Yeah, temporary tattoo, mate. Hopefully it's temporary, not
Yeah,
permanent.
it's probably one of those little sticker things.
No,
they,
no,
you know.
yeah, they were temporary also, but you could get a real tattoo also. They
Oh,
were
no,
actually
no, no.
they were actually tattooing people live, so to speak. When you walk into the boot, You could see people getting tattooed. You got the henna or whatever tattoo, and on the other side you had the real tattoo artist, tattooing people. So
Jesus, man.
but
Yeah, that's
Lords
nuts.
of Fallen, I gotta be honest though, I play a lot of Souls games. It's one of my favorite genres, and Lords of Fallen didn't really do it for me. But I will play the second one though.
The second one looks interesting. I never got around to playing the first one. I wanted to.
The first one, I didn't like the way they did the gameplay with the two parallel worlds. And I was like, no, I don't want this. And I hope that's not in the second one, but we'll see.
This one's interesting, because it looks like it's evil versus evil, and I guess one evil's better than the other evil or something. I'm not sure.
The lesser of two evils.
But as I'm watching it, it looks pretty cool. I love the knight figure that they use in the game. He looks great with the whole outfit and everything. But boy, it definitely has some monsters going on, and there's a lot of gore going on, which of course we like that stuff.
Yeah,
so,
we do. Yeah, because we're Doom fans.
Exactly.
Yeah, but great. I gotta be honest though. You never even completed or got very far in Elden Ring, right?
No, I played Elden Ring for a little bit, not as far as you. Yes, no.
Yeah,
It's
no, but I mean,
Hans only as far as the guide would take him that he found online.
But
That's
to be
as far as he
truthful, and
went.
I've said it before on the
not
podcast.
working in Elden Ring. So
I've said this before on the podcast. The only way I could really enjoy Elden Ring was to drop some cheats in, because there was no other way I could do it. Just certain ones. And
that noise you heard was Hans hitting his forehead, face palm.
I know, but I can't. It's me. If I can't enjoy the game, I'm not playing it. I didn't do like God mode stuff, right? I went in there and I did adjustments to the damage, so that the damage that I
You
gave.
gotta give him PTSD now.
that's Millennia. So
He's shown off one of his characters.
No, I remember when you beat
Elden
this
Ring.
character and you were going nuts, Hans. You're going, Peter!
finally,
I thought, Hans, you were your way to find a voodoo doll of Grey for cheating and start poking
That was
him a
it.
little.
wait, do you want to see a voodoo doll? I got a voodoo doll here somewhere.
I knew it. It's right beside your hentai doll, mate.
No, hentai doll's one of those big pillows, which, by the way, you can buy at Gamescom. So
That figures.
I'm on my way.
Did you get a bedspread with it on it too?
no, they got these really life-size pillows of an anime character you can buy. So
Wow.
No, I would
crusty
almost
pillow.
considered if Eve was on one of those, maybe.
she is.
From Stellar Blade. I'm sure she is. They have Eve on everything from Stellar Blade. She's all over the place. It's like crazy.
Stellar
Cheeseburger
Blade, to
simulator.
be honest,
I
It's
thought
a
Lords of the Fallen. Go ahead.
very small side rant though, Stellar Blade. I think the game is just awful when it comes to mechanics, but I still want to play it through, and you know why.
Yeah, of course. Although I have heard since some of the updates, some of the mechanics have been straightened out a little bit.
I think the
Listen, like
gameplay is just
custom-
awful, but yeah.
Modders come to the rescue, because modders have already fixed a bunch of stuff like that.
Mothers took they even she doesn't have any clothes, so they took even
No,
more clothes off
the,
them?
I'm not talking about the adult mods. There's plenty of those.
Okay.
But there are some gameplay mods where they have actually been tweaking different things in it that people are finding
Okay,
annoying.
yeah.
So, it's amazing. The modding community comes through a lot. But anyway, I really like the look of Lords of Fallen 2. It looks really good. And the main enemy there, this big angel-looking, or evil angel-looking thing with a million arms. And there's a great scene where the knight goes and jumps, head on to her, and you figure he's gonna try to stab her, and she just grabs him like, "He ain't doing nothing, buddy." But it really looks good. I'm looking forward to it. I mean, it's got some great looking art design. So if it looks that
It
good
is.
on the real,
But
thing,
Once again, just to be sure, you're gonna need a beefy PC to run that game. It's
Need a what?
5. You're gonna
You'd be
need a
right.
very beefy PC
Yeah.
to run that game because you
I
can't
got the
turn off
godlike bird over here. What do you think? I'm messing around?
you can't turn off ray tracing. You can't turn off this. Yeah, for us it's not a problem. I don't know what the system you have, Matt, but I mean, most
I'm
of us
still on
can.
the IBM system from the 80s.
Okay, you may have some problems. You may need to tweak some settings there. But speaking of settings, by the way, very quick, there was supposedly a 5080 Super laptop over there.
Oh.
Yeah, I remember you
And-
saying something about that. That was interesting.
If it's in a laptop, it's coming. They
Yeah.
didn't say anything about it, but it's coming. There's a Super coming. So, yeah,
Wow.
there's that.
And if you want to know why, it's because NVIDIA is always crazy. So hey, there you go. They're gonna do whatever.
Yeah,
Even if they don't care that much about GPUs anymore, they're gonna do whatever.
yeah. That's a weird thing, eh? they don't care about GPUs, and still they're the best out there. I mean, there needs to be more competition. AMD, do something! Come on, please.
Yeah,
I would just like to sweep Nvidia's floors and get paid a lot of money.
Same. I'll clean the toilets, whatever. Just give me money.
Yeah, just give me 10 times the normal amount, and I'm okay.
Yeah.
All right, I guess we spent a good amount of time on Gamescom, so we'll kind of move on.
It's a good one, Greg, because we could literally make this first half a mini podcast in its own right, because we've talked about it for about an hour. It's kind of cool.
And we just might do that. Yeah, that's a ticket.
Yeah, we can do it.
All right, we're going to move on with Matt's some sort of hardware news.
Some sort.
As he calls it.
He's got trademarking that.
I'm looking at the notes and it says Xbox. Is that ain't no way?
Xbox AI.
Oh, AI. No way.
Come on.
Okay, all right, okay. Go ahead, Matt.
Yeah.
Do it.
So next gen Xbox is gonna be showing off their AI silicon and neural rendering. So they have officially confirmed that the upcoming console in 27 will feature the dedicated AI silicon developed in partnership with AMD. To power the neural rendering and other advanced gameplay enhancements. So this refers to custom chips with built-in neural processing units, NPUs.
Wait a minute. They're putting a urinal in it? What'd you say?
It needs a urinal. I think it's going to need a urinal. I'm pissing in it, that's for sure. These NPUs are designed to handle machine learning tasks directly on the console. No cloud offloading needed, apparently. So
no clouds,
wow. No up in the cloud thingy majiggies, whatever. It will specialize in real-time inference, reconstruction, and optimization. What else is there? So the AI models are pretty much will run with upscaling textures, resolutions without taxing the GPU too much. Reconstruct lighting and shadows for more realistic scenes. Fill in missing visual data like pixels and geometry using learned patterns. So hopefully that'll be quite good.
I gotta be honest, Matt. Hearing all this makes me sad for the future where gaming is heading. I mean, hardware-wise.
Oh, absolutely.
Because everything is gonna be AI-based. Raw power is gonna go down the toilet.
Yep.
And as an enthusiast that loves the hobby, right?
Yeah,
it's sad. I mean,
hey, we've been talking about that for weeks on this cast. I mean, you know, I'm the one who came out and said that you're not going to have a GPU anymore. You're going to have AI-controlled GPU. There won't be much hardware involved at all anymore.
It is like the 50 series cards, right?
Yeah.
They're, if you take the 50 series cards on their own merit, right? The cards are okay. They're good cards. Forget about the price. Forget about everything, right? But what do they offer from the 40 series? Frame gen. Even more frame gen now.
Yeah.
What are they going to do with the 60 series cards? Probably some more reconstruction, all that kind of thing. So instead of, having more raw power, they're going to give us, like Apple does, the Apple model, more gimmicks every year.
Yeah.
Or every 2 years in this case. And
they're going to try to dazzle us with eye candy and all this other special thises and that to make it sound great.
They have to try and find a way to make themselves different, because the consoles now, it's all because they're so close to PCs, it's hard to make them different. So all they do, and we're getting to the stage where it's more or less almost photorealistic graphics. So what do they do to make it different? It's difficult.
I'm going to disagree with you a little bit about consoles, and not because I don't like them, just seriously that the problem with consoles is they're still using quote-unquote low-end hardware compared to PC. I mean, a good example is going to be... I think it was Borderlands, which on the PS5 Pro, right, on performance mode, runs about 30 to 40 FPS on 720p, right? That's on the Pro. I was like, this is bad.
Yeah, that's not good.
Yeah, but they can't make them more expensive, because then they're just PCs and no one can afford them.
Yeah, so... that's a dilemma, right? So you got... Yeah. Why... It's 2025, right? Why are we still talking about 30 FPS?
The thing is, Hans, what will be the next massive thing out there will be the rumoured Steam machine, the Steam console that they're rumoured to bring out, which will basically be a mid-range PC that they'll make themselves, and rumours are, heavy rumours, that Half-Life 3 will be bundled with it to sell a shit ton of units, and they'll optimise the life out of it.
100%.
And it'll be guaranteed to play every single game in your Steam library, and probably other stores as well.
Yeah.
That will be a massive deal if that comes out.
Yeah, I agree with you there, because we gotta be honest, us right here, we all have high-end PCs. We're the 0.1%.
Well, I don't know about Matt.
Smaller.
Right. So most of us here have high-end PCs, so we're the 0.1%.
The funny thing is, whereas years ago you would have more people like us with a higher end PC, or at least the idea of trying to put together a higher end PC. But now, because it's so expensive, that's what I was saying before. The consoles, even though they're getting expensive, might still sell well because people can't get into the power PC anymore.
You gotta be honest now. Another little side tangent: the PS5 Pro, right? Is it now €750 or dollar whatever for the base model? Then you pay $100 for a disc drive, and a game is like $80 or $90 already, or euros. It's like
basic,
insane.
So if you get it with the drive and then pick a game or two, you're well over 1,000. Right there.
At that point, you have a mid-range PC if you shop around good.
Not anymore. Come on, Hans. Even a mid-range, you ain't getting a mid-range for $1,000 anymore.
Yeah, the thing is though with Nvidia, we talked about it earlier too. But, the 80 class is the 70 class is now the 80 class and blah blah blah. Yeah, you're right. It's not a mid-range anymore.
I mean, the only way I can see that a mid ever being like 1,000, 1,500 is you're going to have to run all the graphics on the CPU. So they're going to have your discrete. There's no more discrete graphics anymore.
We are extremely far away from APUs running games at 60 FPS. That's.
I agree. But I'm just saying from a cost point. There's no really, unless you're lucky to find a mid-level PC that somebody's selling or something for cheap, or
even the 4090 I have, they discontinued it. The ones that are still in store are over €2,000 over here for a freaking 4090.
The 4090 is going to be a sought-after card, man. It's the next 1080 Ti. When everybody used to look for that one.
I don't think that's a good evolution, because prior to Nvidia's reveal of the 50 series cards, I was like, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna replace my 4090 with a 5080, because one step down, so to speak. But the 80 class cards mostly were a little bit better than last gen's flagship, and now it's not. Now it's actually like 20% slower in raw performance than a 5090, which is bonkers to me. I mean, you can only replace a 4090 with a 5090. You're only going to be able to replace a 5090 with a 6090, which is going to be more expensive than a 5090. And oh my god,
yeah.
I don't even know if you're going to see it reach as well. It might get to a 6090, but after that, I think AI is taking over. That's what's going to happen. So there won't be anything past a 6090. Not like it used to be. There'll be something else with AI involved. Hey, look, I mean, I can't knock it if that's a big if, AI is able to pull off what it could, or what we think it could. I don't care. I'll take it.
Yeah,
as long as
me
it
too.
does what it's
I'm not
supposed to do.
complaining about that fact, but I am complaining about the fact that take the 50 series cards again, right? Their big selling point was multi-frame generation. And then we come to the point like, okay, the 40 series has frame jam times 2. It's playable. Not ideal, but more than playable, especially for the games that I play. Huh? I don't play competitive games, so no problem.
But that's not because of the hardware. That's because of the drivers and software.
Hold on, I'm going somewhere, right? Then you got the 50 series. You got times 3, still playable, but 4 times unplayable. What are they going to do with the 60 series cards? More frame gen? I mean,
there won't be any real frames anymore.
Frame gen is such, for the most part, a waste of time. The only niche time it has a use is if you want to be a competitive gamer and an FPS game, and you want to play at 1080p, and then you can ramp your frames up to like 400-500 FPS
you
on those high.
You wouldn't want to do that with 4 times frame jam, because then you got so much input. Like at that point, the point is moot, right? So
this is why I made the point before. It'd be nice if you had you could choose which multiplier to use, 1 or 2 or 3-fold.
Can't you do it with the 50 series cards?
I don't think you can choose the level of frame gen. It's either on or off, I believe. So
yeah, for now, yeah.
Hey, look, all I'd say is loss of scaling. They're still the best at being able to handle that kind of stuff.
They're the best.
They have less lag, and they have, you know.
Yeah, we gotta be fair. They're not up to the level of Nvidia's frame generation, right?
In
good.
some ways,
they're good.
In some ways, I think in some ways they're behind, and in some ways they're ahead. I mean, the amount of customization that you can do is great with lossless. You don't have to do one or two or three or four. You can do 1.2, 1.7, 2.3. You can
do 20 if you want, but then...
And you can tweak even more. Right, exactly, which is funny, actually. But then you can sit there and tweak it all you want and make the adjustments. So it's actually the ultimate customization tool, I guess, in a sense.
Maybe, and this is just a guess, I mean, we're going to a future where graphics power doesn't matter anymore. And everything is going to be rendered by AI. And we're going to see from there.
Here's what I'm afraid is going to happen. You know this is going to happen. They're going to put out an AI card. They're going to have. It's going to be an AI card that basically is doing all this work for far less money than it ever did before. But they ain't going to charge any less. They're going to charge more.
Yeah.
And because the profit margins are, instead of being, let's say, for argument's sake, 25% profit margin, it's going to zoom up to about 60%. Because they're going to charge the same price, but they're able to do everything with AI far cheaper.
And
then you'll hear us on the podcast screaming about that one too.
And Nvidia's cloud service, that's also something they're going to bank on.
Yeah,
because they just upgraded with the 50 series cards now, I think, the cloud service.
I'll tell you what.
I'm tempted to try it out just to see any difference.
Yeah.
From my.
When the AI GPU type cards come out, here's the one thing I think we're going to see. I think we're going to see more hyper competition than ever, because it doesn't cost a lot to go competitive with an AI powered card as it did with a more hardware powered card. So what you're going to see is if let's just say Nvidia charges, whatever they charge, you can actually come out with one and undercharge it. The card will be just as good, but you can charge less, and people will buy it because it's a bargain, and you'll make some money.
Great. Do you actually think Nvidia is going to undercharge a card?
They won't, but I'm just saying some other company will.
Yeah, that's hope.
Hopefully.
See, it's not that easy to go under a price of an Nvidia card. AMD, can't quite do that. But if it's AI, all things being even, and AI will be all things being even. It's the great equalizer.
Yeah.
It's coming.
That's why I got a bit sidetracked, though. I was actually one answer to Matt about the console. They were saying that I also think that next generation might potentially be the last console generation. What I mean by that is they're going to go into a complete platform. You got the PlayStation platform, the Xbox. Xbox is already there, right?
Yeah.
Xbox is a platform. Remember their slogan? Everything is an Xbox.
Yeah.
Everything.
You're going to have your Xbox on a smart TV, whatever you want to. And I think that is the future that these companies are going to go for.
I would like it because I love to see world premiere. Day one.
Day one.
Well, that's another thing, though. Exclusivity is done. It's over, right? There's going to be no more exclusives to certain platforms, I think, because companies love money.
I can just see it down there. Xbox will change its advertising. Instead of saying day one, they'll go day 10.
Yeah, maybe.
Some weeks
later.
later.
The ultimate pass, you get it day one or something like that. They'll probably find a way to monetize it like they always do. Don't worry about that one.
Yeah.
And Nintendo is going to be the last one to crumble, but they will crumble. So
probably. Anyway, I just want to say real quick, join our Discord. It's at discord.gg/Extreme Gaming Podcast. Don't forget to check out YouTube, where we do our quick breaks, and we do shorts, and we do the long form with video like this. So if you're listening to the audio, check out the video, because you'll see a bunch of stuff there that you won't on just the audio. We'll move into some more hardware while we're on it, and apparently I love seeing the challenges that people take on, which is like utterly crazy. But an overclocker apparently now has achieved a new world record with the Core i9 14900KF to 9.13 gigahertz.
Mental.
And I'll go like, 9.13. And
why
apparently
not 10? Disappointed.
They couldn't get to 10. They actually had almost broke the record just before the 9.13 with a little lower, so they kept at it until they could get it to the point where they broke it. The thing that was interesting, though, is it wasn't even liquid nitrogen. They had to move up to liquid helium. Because I'm not kidding.
Jeez.
So they couldn't get it cold enough, I guess, apparently with the liquid nitrogen, so they moved up to liquid helium. So I'm sitting there going like, wow, man, how much does that cost? This happened in China, from what I understand. I think.
Of course.
Yes. Well, yeah.
Of course.
So I'm sitting there going like, oh my God, 9.1. I mean, just imagine 9.13. We're all here talking about how AMD is going to start pushing past 6.0. And here they are pushing 9.13. And they also published all their statistics and the screenshots and everything so that you can see what's going on. So it was like, yeah, okay. So I thought that, I mean, hey, look, hats off to them. But boy, the pictures that they show here is really elaborate. They got this guy with a hose. It looked like a fire hose. And he's literally, seriously, and he's literally pumping in the liquid helium. And you see this freaking vapor cloud right above, and I'll shove these pictures in on the video, right above them. It looks like it's going to be a thunderstorm above them.
Well, if they're going to go to this level, they may as well just bloody do an overclocking stint in space. I mean, you're not going to get much colder than that. That might do the job nicely.
Hey, let's do that.
Don't give Musk ideas.
He'll be playing World of Warcraft or something up there, man, and SpaceX rocket.
He pays people to play Diablo. Don't worry about it. So,
yeah, they said apparently liquid helium was giving better results, so that's why they switched to it. So,
what is the world record anyway for overclocking?
The prior record, I think the prior record was just over 9, but not enough. Oh, okay, here we go. It was 9. Wait a minute. 9117.7, whereas they did 9130.33, and they broke it. So they only broke it by thousandths of a second.
So we're nowhere near 10 then. Damn.
Not yet. I mean, I think they've gotten to the point. If they're doing liquid helium, there's not a whole lot more you can do to get it colder. So they may be on the threshold of not getting past that. Right? At least not right now, unless they go into space, like you said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very cool.
that is pretty fun when you think about it. So you can't even go to the Arctic or the Antarctic and run that cold. It has to be colder than there. I mean, literally. I mean, you could, yeah. And when you're talking like minus, I don't know what, minus 100, minus 200, minus 300, like, okay. And the chip's still functioning and burning. Imagine how hot it is in real life. If it didn't melt, it would melt like in seconds. Without that heat, it would just go, look, I played 5 frames of a game. Blech.
At that colder temperature, Fahrenheit and Celsius are the same. It's nuts. Yeah. It's nuts. The coldest place in the known universe is something like what's absolute zero Kelvin. You go to Kelvin, don't you? So it's like minus 250 or something like that.
The amount of power that would take.
Oh yeah. Yeah, but you'd get many frames. You would get, Run Crisis. Well, come on, it would be pretty good.
You want to pay that power bill?
You could fly out maybe to Neptune, and it's pretty damn cold out there. So
Nah, I prefer to fly to Uranus.
Yeah, well, a lot of people do that now. So the next little tech story is AMD's FSR, the 4. We kind of mentioned it last podcast, the one before. And basically they said that it's bringing exceptional visual enhancements, but lower FPS. So I want to know, what do they mean by lower? So I wanted to see what this is all about. So I guess it's perspective or whatever, but it's not really that much lower. But they said that they used an RX 9070 XT with no frame generation or VSync, and with the GPU they obtained 276 FPS with FSR 4.0.2. But under the same environment, they got 290 FPS with FSR 3.1.5.
May I just say that NVIDIA also claimed the 5070 was as fast as the 4090. So please take those official slides with a huge grain of salt. So.
I agree. But again, it's all relative, because from what I can understand, it wasn't like that much of a difference, and it only lasted. The slow FPS only lasted so long, and then it jazzed up to where it needed to be. So, I mean, we're really splitting hairs, on some of this stuff. I mean, it's cool technically, but it's like who's gonna? No one can.
And to be fair though, the games that I play, I'm looking for myself. I'm never reaching 240 FPS anyway.
Well, you can with loss. Let's just jack it up to 10 times.
Yeah, I prefer my games playable, Gray. Yeah. That's
I suppose it would help.
I did that times 20 once, and when you press a key, right, It moved like 1.5 seconds later. That's how big the delay was. So that's unplayable.
Wow. I'd love to see a speedrunner try to play with that. Oh, wait a minute, I can't do it.
Yeah.
That's pretty wild. All right, let's move on to some more game news. Trev's up with some interesting stuff. In fact, the first story is something that interests me a lot. So go ahead, Trev.
Yeah, I thought you would have been all over this first news article, to be fair, Greg. This is the Division 2, no Division 3. Don't think we'll ever get it, just like Destiny. We'll never get Destiny 3, it's always Destiny 2. The Division 2 Survivors has been announced coming in 2026. Now, I find this interesting only because it wasn't that long ago that they cancelled the Division Heartland. Now, this was going to be a free-to-play game, so maybe, the idea behind that wouldn't have generated enough money for them, although I think it would have because the Division's popular. So you put the same thing out there, similar kind of idea, free-to-play with skins and cosmetics and stuff in it. I think it would have done really well, but for whatever reason they dropped that, and they're just bringing out the next big update for the Division 2, which is, let's say, Survivors, and they're describing it as a survival extraction experience. Not quite done that before in the Division, although there is that kind of subgenre is actually kind of popular. Survival extraction, Tom Clancy is a great example franchise of that. You've got what was that game made by the Russians? Begins with T.
Tarkov.
Just about to. Thank you, mate.
Tarkov.
Yes, that's another popular one. So obviously they're trying to get on the same side as that and that's also another one that's similar to that. How could I forget Marathon, the Bungie game that was plagiarized?
Yeah.
So this was released at the same time as Greg might want to bring this up later. The franchise roadmap of all the kind of DLCs and stuff coming out, and there's some useful teaser clues there as well. Crossroads, The Pact, Mutiny, to name some of the DLCs that are coming, and that's just over the course of this year, and then next year there's going to be interesting stuff as well. So I'd imagine Gray will get that because he loves the Division.
I will get it day one.
World premiere. But yeah,
Pre-order.
Well, hold on, Trev. Let me ask you a question. I want to ask Trev a question. Everybody else here, do you think that we might be heading towards like the age of the DLC as opposed to making a new game? If you think about it, they're basically milking Destiny 2 as much as they can.
I call it the age of stagnation, right? There's no original creativity anymore.
well, if you change it slightly, yes and no is the answer to your question. DLC would be a thing, but it would be mainly off of live service games, because the Division 2 is a live service game. Destiny 2 is a live service game. So,
well, wait a minute. Whoa. Let's back up a second. Division 2 is not really a live service game.
Yeah,
the way
kind of is, mate.
It's a live service model. There's no denying that one. So
yeah, but it's a much better model in some ways. I mean, you're talking PvE. The only PvP in Division 2 is when you go into the zone, whatever it's called, which I never bother.
Gravity zone.
But to this
zone.
Dark zone, yeah.
Dark zone, yeah. But to this day, even though the game is, I don't know, 7-8 years old now, it's still a good game. I still like going back to it. I mean, we've all gone back to it more than once to play it. It's, so I'm happy to see it, but on the other side of the coin, like Trev was saying, I wish we could have seen a Division 3. I wish we could have seen a Destiny 3. But I just think they're afraid to make new games, man. They're afraid it's going to cost too much money.
I don't think we'll get continuous DLC unless it's the live service model, to be fair, because people would get fatigued and a bit bored eventually. You need more than DLC. So the DLC is fine, but if you don't have the DLC, you still have some content because the recycle events and stuff. Like, for example, I'm thinking of Destiny's the best example. There's weekly missions. There's things you can go and do and recycle and different takes and angles, and that's without the DLC coming. you've got the seasonal stuff. So there is a difference between the two. I don't think DLCs would work for a non-live service game. At least after the first few, you couldn't keep doing it. But it's interesting, mate. The live service model is very unique. Sony have got such a hard on for trying to crack this model that how many studios are failing and getting thrown under the bus. I mean, games that have been cancelled, they really want to crack so many of them. It's the hardest model to hit, so I don't see it being a thing. The ones that are already there are well established. It's so hard to try and get into that market now.
You need a bit of luck to get in there.
Yeah, there's a lot of people out there say the live service game is the death of gaming. I mean, maybe they're exaggerating a little.
They might be right,
but
storytelling wise and having that in-depth cinematics, I think
to be fair though, as a mostly single-player gamer, I mean, the last 2 or 3 years we got some fantastic single-player games. I mean, in my opinion. So it's not that bad.
And a lot of them are coming out of China and Korea and Japan and things like that.
Yeah, that doesn't matter for me, whatever country they're
from, as long as they're good. It's a good game. Yeah.
I mean, I'm tempted to buy Mafia, the old country. Not sure yet, but...
Oh, I'm disappointed in that. I did. I finished it.
A lot of people.
2 days. A lot of people it took me to complete the whole story, everything.
That's what I heard. So very short, and the ending's supposed to be really weird.
It is, and there's a lot of emptiness in between. Like the island that you're in.
Is this between your ears again, Matt? Yeah.
Yeah. There's no life there at all. It's all void. Yeah, you need
that's
something
a shame
from Star Trek
because I was kind of looking forward to that game too, but that's a shame that it's come down to that.
No. Yeah, it's shocking. Yeah.
How much did they charge for that game?
It was full price, £40.
Was it?
But I got it for 30 from CD Keys with a little extra.
Yeah, and you can get the biggest edition, whatever it's called in this one. So, but I think I'm gonna wait for a price drop because from what I heard about the game, everybody says the same thing. The game's good, looks good, but it's not really alive. That's maybe the best thing.
It's seriously lacking on there.
Yeah.
Like at the end, I wasn't even feeling it for the character.
Apparently the end is very abrupt. Without spoiling, it just ends.
Yeah,
it's over. What?
With very long credits, and I was waiting for those credits just for something extra. Nothing.
Yeah. I read that.
Sounds more like a DLC.
It sounds like a waste of time, to be honest.
Yeah.
Okay. Moving on from that, the next article I think Hans will have a good laugh at because I know I've had a laugh at. And that is, we knew that they were bringing out Elden Ring to the Switch 2 as well as the kind of standalone Elden Ring universe game that they brought out, but that would have been customized for the Switch 2 from ground up. But this is Elden Ring, the one that came out a few years ago, coming out for the Switch 2. And I generally thought the time that's elapsed, they'll be able to customize it. It'll be able to run fairly well for a Switch 2. People have been seeing it recently, and it is dropping to as low as 15 FPS in handheld mode.
Oh, wow.
Now, it's unplayable.
It is ridiculous. A journalist says, I can't recommend playing Elden Ring on Switch in this state. Apparently, this was a game that was shown at Gamescom.
You didn't see it. Oh.
Some people could play it. Now, I don't know why it was in handheld mode. I don't know why they didn't have a docked one because it'll be better on docked. We have to be fair and say that this isn't the final release here. They'll probably have more polishing to do in this, and 100% they'll have polishing to do after this. On handheld mode, they're supposed to have a maximum frame rate of 30 FPS, which is fine for a game of that kind of quality in handheld mode. Never play games in handheld mode. I play games in docked on a Switch. I don't like playing them in handheld mode. But we're half that. We're generally half that at the moment. They've got a lot of work to do in this. Someone said it was like playing a Zelda game from from years ago, 20 frames per second, but it was even lower at 15.
The problem there is that even 30 FPS for a game like Elden Ring, which is all about reflexes and timing, I would personally say 60 is the bare minimum, because on PC it was capped at 60. You need to download a patch separately, like a mod, to uncap the frame rate.
Well, it is doable. I think it's possible, man, because the game they've got out, Elden Ring Night Rain, is the game that's exclusive to the Switch 2 for now, and it's better.
Yeah, but Night Rain, is completely not what Elden Ring is. It's a completely different game.
Yeah, but it's the same kind of universe, the same kind of graphical style and stuff is my point.
Yeah, but it's a completely different gameplay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
completely different.
If they could make Elden Game Night Rain look good on a Switch 2, I don't see why they can't make the original Elden Ring good.
But 15 FPS, we gotta be honest though, 15 FPS is unplayable. In any situation, 15 FPS is unplayable.
It is. It should be... On handheld mode, it should be 30 minimum, and in dock mode, it should be 60, and you have the option to bring the resolution down a bit to try and match that, because you make a good point, Hans, but they're going to have to work in this. Bandai Namco have got some work to do.
But I also think, though, to be fair, the Switch 2, right, just isn't powerful enough to do what they want to do.
Of course it's not. The weird thing I don't get, Hans, is they're not using the DLSS option enough. That was something that was baked into the Switch 2 to get it up to the standard a little bit more. And hardly anyone's taking use of that feature. And the biggest culprits of that are Nintendo. Whoever's using it at the moment, and there's not been many examples of it, they've been third-party developers. It's not Nintendo themselves, first party, that are using DLSS. That's the whole point of actually trying to ramp your resolution up a bit. So it is a tiny console. Like I'm never going to slag it or give it a hard time for what it can't do. But then maybe don't make games of the standard of Elden Ring for a Switch 2 if you know it can't handle it. It's a port as well. This is the thing, Hans. Yeah. Whereas Night Rain isn't a port. They made that from the ground up to be for a Switch 2.
True.
If they'd done the same here, maybe it would have been different.
The thing is, though, maybe Nintendo, should be more concerned about their own games, right? I mean, whatever they bring out, it will sell. Like the Donkey Kongs, the Mario Karts, the Mario games, like the typical Nintendo stuff, your Zeldas, right? They're gonna make more than enough money on that one. And games like Elden Ring, which is a massive open world, it's gonna be really hard to do on the Switch too. I mean, I haven't played it, but apparently The Witcher 3 was on the normal Switch, which I still don't know how they ever did that, but apparently it's playable. So if you can do The Witcher 3 on the first Switch, you should be able to do Elden Ring playable at least on the Switch too.
Speaking of that, since you happen to mention it, they are going to be doing a new DLC for Witcher 3.
Really? Seriously?
Yeah, there's an offshoot group that is handling it at CDPR.
Oh, not official, you mean? It's not official.
No, it is.
Okay.
No, they're doing it. It's just that they're the group that they tagged to do the upgrade of the first Witcher, the remake and grab it. Is also doing a Witcher 3 DLC. So this is going to be interesting. Cool. When that comes out, I think everybody's going to be going for it. And I believe they said it was going to be free. I think. Which should be that much better. So
it's the game that never dies.
Yeah,
it's great. I mean, it's one of those great games. But if they do that, and then they follow up with the Witcher 1
on PC,
remake,
ladies and gentlemen. So
yeah, there you go. I got a shirt. I got to wear that shirt one day, man.
The last thing I've got for now, the gaming side of things, an interesting leak, and I find this interesting purely because of what happened recently. The setting for the next Forza Horizon game has been seemingly leaked via a car company. So a car company got a little bit excited, and decided to leak it, which I found hilarious. It's now the Instagram post has now been deleted. So it was deleted by Cult and Classic, an Australian car importer. And their post says, "Exciting news! We have Cody here from Forza Horizon official shooting cars for the next installment in the series. As there are no late Model K cars in America, he has flown out from the States to use our cars as basis for their digital versions." And you just see like this a Japanese car, KEI. It looks like one of these. Is it Kia? Right. Okay.
I saw them here.
It looks like it looks like they have weird cars over in Japan from what I'm used to. Mm-hmm. They're not aerodynamic at all. It's literally like a cube or a bloody brick on wheels. They're so unique. It's kind of cool. I wouldn't buy one, but it's kind of cool. So the reason I find that interesting is because Microsoft sacked so many people recently, right? They sacked a lot of people, and they sacked
9,000.
a lot. And they sacked a lot of people from the very studio that actually make Forza Horizon. I've forgotten their names off the top of my head, but they sacked a lot of them, and we thought the people that they've got left are the people that will just maintain the game. So what I think has happened is they've already been well and truly into the process of making Forza Horizon 6, sacked a bunch of people, and then it's enough to get the game out and maintain that for a while, and maybe that'll be a live service game or something going forward, because they don't have enough people to make a brand new game, and if they did, it would be awful. So, I mean, this is a massive game. This is a massive franchise. Forza Horizon is to Microsoft what Gran Turismo is to Sony. So big deal. I do enjoy them. I've had played a couple of their games in the past, and it seems like Forza Horizon would take place in Japan, but it looks of it, judging by the
Logical
cars.
next step also, I mean, for the franchise. So
Yeah, I mean, it's Japan looks like a beautiful country anyway, so that makes 100% sense it should be there. I reckon we'll see it next year, 2026. I reckon we'll see the next one next year at some point.
you maybe see it at Gamescom next year.
Yes, 100%, my man. 100%, my man. So, yeah, that's all I've got for the game news for now.
Nice one.
Sounds good. We're going to move on to Matt. He's going to do what I would say a return review. You'll see why, the game he's talking about. Go ahead, Matt.
Yeah, I'm going to get slated for this. Before I do
No, you're not.
the Xbox AI is going to be early tested on the Xbox Ally X. The upcoming handheld will be experimenting the AI features on there. Just want to throw that in there. So this one, everybody's just going to go, oh, what the heck? How do I... right. starcitizen.
What?
Speak up, man.
What the heck?
Starcitizen. Thank you.
You can just say SC.
Yeah.
Maybe no one will get it.
Yeah.
Hey, no. Look. I did a whole thing on Elite Dangerous and how they've upgraded everything lately and stuff. So hey, Starcitizen, go ahead.
I aged about 6 months by the end of that
So
segment,
did
I
I.
must admit.
You're gonna be aged 6 years for this. So
Let's hear it.
I went back to Starcitizen to look over its improvements and gameplay additions, which is quite nice. It was actually running quite well. They actually shut it down on Monday because I was going to do a long stream of it and work towards.
When you say shut it down, I thought that was it.
No. Just the servers to do maintenance. Yeah. I would.
Bye.
I'd be pissed. I'd be absolutely pissed. So it was down for 6 hours for maintenance, and I was annoyed because I didn't even know it was happening because I don't check these things. It kind of ruined my little stream thing going on. But eventually it did come through, and I jumped in. So what they brought into it's still alpha 4.3, and I had its update yesterday as well for 1.3 point something. Yeah. Absolutely. So they brought in Onyx facilities, which gives you over 100 story-driven PvE locations on planets such as Calliope, Lyria, and Selin, complete with investigation missions, radiation hazards, which is actually quite mad, EVA segments, loot rewards. So you get a lot of with credits, which is the AUEC. And ASD drives. Don't know what the ASD drives are, but
there's a lot of letters in there, mate.
They are.
A lot of letters.
So you got new mission distribution systems, smart routing of players across Stanton's moons to balance population. So I've seen this happen where they brought in this queue thing again, where you're stuck in. They'll bring you into a player's playable.
Did you say they brought in the queue?
The queuing system. Yeah,
yes.
In there.
That's a good crossover.
He's dancing around in there in his little
John Delancey,
EVA
come
suit.
on, get in.
Yeah.
Is that a cheese wheel, Gray?
What?
Sorry, Matt.
I don't have
I
anything.
just put him on the spot there.
I'm
He's,
used to
he's,
it, don't
he's
you?
munching away, man. If
He
he's the
is, isn't
host
he?
and he's munching
He's
away,
like this.
so unprofessional.
Yeah, he was like,
Matt, actually, I have a question for you
Here you go.
about this game, though,
yeah.
and a serious one. Is this game ever going to release? I mean,
Nope.
it's been in
Nope.
alpha for 15 years now.
Yeah, give it 40. Yeah, give
Even,
or take.
Matt, even
Hey, it
Escape
took
from
9 years for
even,
Tarkov.
even Escape from Tarkov came out of bloody early
Yeah.
access, or it's about to.
9
man.
years.
I mean,
Yeah,
even it
but
came out, so
it's
Star
all our
Citizen's
fault.
going to
It's
hang
us,
on.
the players' fault, because we want more.
Yeah.
And
No,
we
because
asked
you
for
keep
more.
giving them, Matt. You keep giving them fucking money, you Egypt. So
And
no
we
wonder
do
they don't
that
want to
too.
come out of early access.
Yeah, because we
Stop giving them money.
We would do, but we want more. So we won't stop giving them money.
Yeah, but I'm just the thing I'm afraid of with this game, right? Because I backed it way back in the day, so I think for 30 euros or something. With the promise it would be out in 2017, I think it was.
yeah,
if I remember correctly.
2015 was
But,
it? 17? Yeah.
What I'm afraid of with this game is, it is the biggest Kickstarter, so to speak, ever.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
I mean,
For a
they
video
got like
game, yeah.
20
Yeah.
or 30 million dollars already from the players, or even more, 100 million. I'm not. I'm not
lot
know
No,
what
it's
they're up to.
hundreds. It's hundreds of millions of dollars. It's
Hundreds of
closer to
millions.
a
Yeah, I
billion.
don't know what they're up to. Anyway, though, but if the studio says, "Look, we're not getting enough donations anymore, we're abandoning the project," what the hell then? All these people that paid thousands and thousands of dollars are just gonna lose everything.
No, then Ubisoft's going to take it as a live service game and bury it.
Probably, yeah. They probably
but
make it worse. They probably
Ubisoft-
make it like
this is,
Starfield.
I gotta be honest though, what these guys are doing, right? It's way worse than what Ubisoft is doing.
Well, kind of.
But-
Hey, but they're supporting the game. I mean,
True, true. It's not all doom and gloom. I mean, I've saw people play it and Matt stream it and stuff. It looks gorgeous, right? It's a good-looking game.
Yeah.
I'm just afraid it's never gonna come out. That's why I don't want to invest any time in it, because
No.
I have no certainty this game will ever release.
well,
So-
people have gotten
Yeah.
used to it now, so why bother?
Yeah, so they made, was it 802 million pounds, or dollars, I should say, sorry.
It's getting
Yeah.
close to the billion
With
mark.
$100 million.
Oh, it's gonna make it.
Each year, pretty much, we're
It's gonna make it.
budgeting through, yeah.
Jesus Christ.
It
So
is
Matt,
really-
is the gameplay better than the previous time you played it?
Yes, yeah. Mainly on the big general thing, yes, yeah. There are still some niggly bits that have annoyed me, especially was yesterday's fiasco and a couple of other things. Because I think I was playing with Joe, doing one of the big cargo hauls, which is one of the missions that were going, and I think he was getting his big massive raft out, which looks amazing ship.
Raft?
Yeah, it's called the raft. It's like a big massive.
Oh, okay. It was a real raft.
Very industrial looking ship, and he was in one other system. He was going to come to my system and help me out with this thing because it was paying big bucks. And halfway there, the game crashed, and it came up. It did. And
no.
it said to me, "Your game crashed. Error code. Blah blah blah. Your game is too. Your machine is too fast and high scale for this game." And I was
What?
like, yeah. And I was like, what nonsense is this?
Matt, did you not have to rebuild your machine because of issues you had before playing this game? I'm sure it was.
That was for something else. I can't remember what that was
Elite
for.
Dangerous?
No. Elite Dangerous
That's
always
what
ran
Rabbit
pretty
were on,
well.
eh?
Yeah.
Okay.
It might have been. Yeah, it was. Star Citizen.
It was, man. It
Yeah,
was.
because it wouldn't work at all because of Windows 11 updates. That was it. I remember now. Yeah.
Whoa.
Bastards. Anyways. Yeah.
Good old Windows 11 updates, man.
Yeah, so there
Yeah.
you go.
Jesus.
So they've reduced it unwanted PvP encounters and streamlined contract objectives. So they're kind of, a lot of people were complaining that they were getting griefed a lot in the PvP areas, and a lot of people didn't want all that sort of thing. So they kind of made sacrifices and adjustments, so you get a little bit better PvE around the place. They've added major effects with the weather, real-time weather, dynamic snow effects that accumulates on ships and surfaces, which it does happen because I went there on a desert planet to get I think it was Hurston actually.
And there was snow?
No, there was just sand all over me, and him on my ship as well. So I was just like, And when you're
Yeah,
going
Stan can
through
get into areas you
Lorville
don't wanna
and it's
talk about.
raining, yeah, exactly. It's chafing. It's not good having sex on the beach cocktails. So there you go. So it goes on the surfaces, affects the visibility, which it does, and if you're traveling through there, it does affect your how you move from there. So they brought out new weapons. One of them is called the Volt Zenith sniper rifle. Sorry, pardon me. Which is a charge shot weapon with a scope, which can actually detect heat and charge levels. Ideal for mid-range PvE engagements, but you also have to watch out that it doesn't overheat, or it will cause you problems there. There is the ASD, a Geist stealth suit, which is one of the collectible armors with snow camo and rare black variants, promising future stealth mechanics once the game's AI systems have matured more into there. There's the Kruger L-21 Wolf, which is a light fighter. Huh?
We got a cougar in the game, did you say?
A Kruger.
Oh, I thought you said a
probably a few
cougar. Right,
cougars.
okay.
You lost me now, Matt. I'm sorry.
Yeah. So back to the Kruger.
That's the guy from Elm Street.
Yeah.
Right?
No, that's Kruger. That's something else.
Yeah, close
Yeah.
enough.
That's
So this new light fighter kind of reminds me of...
No, it's not.
Of what's the Star Wars' the Mandalorian's ship. I can't remember what we call it. The
Yeah. Got me too.
I don't remember.
Cool
either.
name.
yeah.
Who cares?
Yeah, pretty much.
Star Wars.
Yeah. Long live Return of the no. Right, so it's all good. Hangar spawn improvements with personal hangar spawning now remembers your last location, reducing load times, and streamlining sheep retrieval. Yesterday, I didn't see that at all.
Sheep retrieval. Wait a minute.
retrieval?
Ship.
Sheep retrieval.
Holy,
I honestly understood sheep retrieval. Seriously.
let me just.
You see a bunch of space sheep out there like, man.
Yeah,
Let's
spaceship.
round them up.
Ladders and transfer things that you climb on, enhancements, making smoother climbing animations, automatic grip corrections, and more fluid transitions between ladders, and stuff like that. So it's kind of getting there. I mean, I did one of their weirdest missions. Well, I say weird. It was spookier missions, which was going into this lab to try and find what this investigation was on about. So I had to go down to this place, find a lab, and find out what a certain person was doing. And all I could hear was weird noises when I landed, and I was like, "Oh my god!" And it was quite dark. It was dreary, and it had me going. I was kind of gripped. I was like, "Oh my god, what is this?"
Aliens?
So they brought in some wormy aliens to this thing that are getting tested or used in this facility, sort of thing. So you have to deal with those as well as people. NPCs that are going around, and the NPCs are pretty hot now on what they're doing. They can flank you, can throw grenades at you. You have to be
Wait.
careful
I
where
want to
you
go back to you
trek.
said the NPCs are pretty hot.
They are.
Yeah, I've heard
Not
that.
hot looking.
come on.
Not hot looking. I mean, unless you take off their armor, then some might be a bit more.
Yeah.
So it's quite good. So I was kind of thinking that there was an issue where I thought it was like because of the downed server, I was like, oh, is this coming up to a free week? So I was searching online and found a couple of websites that were like, oh, free week, blah, 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 from now to the 9th of September. And I was like, I don't know, that sounds a bit weird. Just to find out that there are scam websites from the people are claiming from StarCitizen, saying,
dear.
you got free week access, here's my code.
Yeah, put
Use
this in your
that.
browser and boom.
Absolutely, yeah. So, you got to be careful of these sites saying free week or what have you for StarCitizen. There are loads of phishing forms and malware downloads there. So if you want to know if there is a free week, it'll tell you on their official site for the free fly weekends. And robertinspaceindustriescom.
I just
it'll show you
thought
there.
of something. What happens when AI gets good enough that it'll just replace Star Citizen? I mean, that's gonna be a bad day.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it depends on what the AI do in there. But yeah, true indeed. But
Maybe they'll actually
still
put it
loving
in
it.
and just say, "Hey, this is part of what we're doing." The game's going to come out on time now because we have AI.
it might do, you know. It might go, all right, you have enough now for everything. We're
If you got
growing.
almost 1 billion, you at least can do something with it, I guess so.
Yeah.
I should have touched on this before when we're talking about the Switch 2 stuff. There seems to be a real struggle out there at the moment, guys, for Switch 2 dev kits. Devs are actually almost going to Nintendo begging for dev kits now. I understood when they wanted to make the console very secretive, Nintendo, and stop leaks, right? And they minimised them pretty good, but they didn't stop them completely, and they would only give dev kits to obviously their own first-party companies as well as themselves, like all their teams within Nintendo, and selective, trusted third-party people that they really got on with closely in partnerships and whatnot. Anyone that was an indie dev or like third-party never got one until it was released to the public, and even then, you can't just go and buy a normal console. You need a dev kit one. You genuinely need a dev kit one to be able to do this. So there's been a massive shortage. And you know what Nintendo's answer is? Instead of giving you a dev kit, please make the game for the Switch, the original Switch, and then you can port it later. I'm sorry, that's
What?
pretty amateur.
Really?
That is amateur
Wow.
hour from Nintendo. Don't
Nintendo.
no, don't go so greedy, man. Listen, make more dev kits because this will be your console for the next 7-8 years. You know it will be. And then the last thing, really quickly touch upon was, and I want your boys a quick opinion on this. We said this at the start. The US government is about to or has just completed a 10% acquisition of Intel Corporation, and this was part of the whole Chips Act that Trump brought in. They are a private company, so what do you boys make of this? Do you think that's right? It's fair?
The thing though with this, in my opinion, is there's a good thing about it because Intel, they were the best at one point, right? Let's not beat around the bush. We all had Intel systems. Then they stagnated with the 4 cores for like 5 generations. Then AMD had their Ryzen moment, and now they're all but obliterated when it comes to the desktop CPU market. So the thing is though, should Intel go belly up, which is actually, I think they were at one point very close to it, it would be really bad for us as the consumer that AMD would be the only one making chips, right?
Mm-hmm.
We need competition. So at least this gives them some form of survivability in the future. But on the other hand, we all know why the US government wants their stake in it, because it's to combat China, right? They don't want all these chips going to China because it's all about AI. And I'm not really sure if that's going to work, but yeah, that's my opinion about it. So
yeah, it's not ideal at all. I get they want more jobs at home. I get that, but I mean, Intel, they are American at the end of the day. I guess they just don't want to go to the wall because AMD are obviously right up there. They're Taiwanese or the Korean? No, they're Korean, aren't they? AMD.
I don't know.
I believe
they're the Korean. Could be. Yeah, they're not
they're
American
one of
at
them.
least. So
yeah, they're not American. So yeah, Greg, you seem to be having big problems with your upload there. Sir, are you okay? He's having a bit of nightmare. We might have to just end it there. It's that cheese wheel, mate. You've got cheese in the system now, so you've absolutely ruined it.
Guys, I'm sorry, we're wrong. AMD is an American multinational corporation.
Is it? They're American.
They're American, yep. Nope.
I didn't know that.
Just looked it up. They're American.
I guess you just see, like, to be fair, you see Lisa Sue, and I don't know if she's American originally, but yeah, you can't make assumptions. You really can't.
But
look at
American company. So
look at Jensen of Nvidia.
And they're cousins, by the way, Jensen and Lisa Sue.
Are they?
Yeah,
that's
family.
Nuts, man.
Oh wow,
Great.
that says
How
a
you
lot.
getting on there, mate?
I don't want to set the world on fire. I just want to start a flame in your heart.